Hey loves, welcome to my channel, Spirit of Love Energy, where all readings are delivered in a spirit of love. Today we are talking about Aquarius and what's coming for you, Aquarius, in the next 3 months. Let's get started with your reading for Aquarius. Okay, we just got a big clump of cards, so we're going to go with that, Aquarius. Bottom of the deck, we have here mental conflict. So these cards here are telling me the theme for the next 3 months, and then also what you've been through in the recent past. So, and mostly what you've been through is coming from this bottom deck energy here. Alrighty. I'll hold these up too. I'm gonna move this over. So we have more room here. Okay, let's see here. Put this down here. Sorry, I have to organize this for you so you can see all the cards. All right, so this bottom of the deck energy, the conflict, mental conflict, I feel like within the last 2 months for some of you, last 2 years for a lot of you, you've been in a space of like a mental prison. You've been really in your head. A lot of things have been happening, and you haven't felt stable. You haven't felt secure. You haven't felt the peace of mind that you strongly desire. And so this is what you're shifting out of in the first 3 months of this new year. But it's really important to mention that you've been through a lot. And I don't feel like you've had the emotional support to share what you've been through with someone or some people, so that you feel like you have the support and you feel like you can release a lot of that heavy energy. I don't feel like you've had that. And so I feel like this is why this mental conflict card is coming out. It's coming out in reverse though, because you are getting past this. You're resolving this. And that's happening again in the first 3 months of this new year. Okay, the other cards that we have here for you, we have Universe in reverse here, and we have fertility. For some of you, this is actually going to be that you're pregnant or becoming pregnant. So if that's not something you want, I do advise you to take the proper and necessary precautions, because some of you are physically fertile in the first 3 months of this new year. Not only that, or should I say for others of you, this is you're fertile with ideas. Like you have fertile ground for these ideas that you have to be planted in. Next we have your shadow. Yeah. And destiny in reverse. Okay, so what I feel with the shadow card is that this mental conflict that you've been under for quite some time has led you to a space of dealing with the shadow aspect of yourself. And this is the aspect of yourself that you really wouldn't have seen and addressed as much as you have if you didn't have this mental conflict. If you weren't in this place that was really uncomfortable and put you like made you desire something else so strongly that you were willing to do what it took, to get out of this type of mental space. So I feel like this shadow card is acknowledging that you have been doing some really serious work on your shadow side, balancing that out with the light aspect of yourself. So the light aspect of yourself is a part of yourself that you don't mind showing people. And this is a part of yourself that people normally see. Is like the face that you wear when you first meet people. And the shadow aspect is the part that a lot of it, like we're not even aware of it unless we have some sort of interaction or experience with other people and they reflect back to us a part of ourselves. And it's normally the part that we are triggered the most by in other people. That's the shadow aspect, just showing itself, showing that if you're bothered by something that someone's doing or the way they're acting, more than likely there's an aspect of yourself that is resonating with that, and you don't like that. Like that's not okay with you. But it gives you the opportunity to acknowledge that part in yourself and to work with it to balance those two contrasting energies out, if you so choose. If not, you will continue to get situations and experiences brought up so that you can face that part of yourself and then choose, whether or not that's something you want to deal with, something you want to face, something you want to heal also. But I feel like you've done a lot of work on healing and balancing out this shadow aspect because of the mental conflict that you've been under. Which is causing you to be more fertile, right? Because then you don't have that blockage. You don't have something impeding the growth. You don't have something impeding the rich soil in which is necessary for you to plant these ideas and have them grow and manifest into something beautiful. With this universe card, I feel like the world is an oyster, and it's your oyster. It's in your hands. Like, you can create whatever it is you want to create. You're so masterful. You're such a powerful creator, and you're going to start seeing more evidence of that in the first 3 months, of how powerful you are, how quickly and easily you can create, how quickly and easily you can manifest those things that you're planting in the soil of your mind. And then the destiny card, yeah, you're destined for greatness. You're destined for success. You're destined to become whatever it is that you desire to become. Like, you're so powerful, Aquarius, and you're so insightful and so wise. And I feel like these are in reverse because you don't see this right now because of all that you've been through. Like, it's challenging to get into the space of where you find yourself to be so great, right? And I feel like people have told you this before, but when you've gone through a lot, you're kind of beat up from situations and circumstances. But know that those wounds heal, right? And they're healing for you. And as they heal, you're coming more into this space where you awaken to the truth of who you are. And it's such a beautiful thing. Okay, now let's pull some tarot cards for you. For Aquarius, what's going on for Aquarius in the first 3 months of this new year? Oh gosh, okay. We'll take what flew out upright. One more. Let's see if we can get one more for you. Your cards come out in chunks. I feel like that's indicative of, yeah, look at this. Look at all these cards that came out for you. I'm not going to take all those, but I feel like this is indicative of how things have been happening in your life. I feel like there's like a pause or a stagnation, maybe even. And then all of a sudden, just a lot of things just break open for you at one time. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, yeah, we have the Tower. So, yeah, I feel like that's what happened. Like, there was this foundational shift that happened in your life. And that happened because of this mental conflict that you were under, right? I feel like things, challenges, situations, circumstances led you to a place where it was just like, oh my God, like, I can't take anymore. I need peace. Like, why can't I just have peace? Why can't it just be quiet? Why do I have to have all this mental chatter? Why are all these things going on outside of me and inside of me? And then there was this huge shift that happened that brought you more into this place of like doing whatever it took to balance this energy out, balance this contrast, and make your ride a little bit smoother. So I feel like that's why this Tower card is in reverse and why it's at the bottom of the deck, because that's what happened. So now let's see what we have. 8 of Swords. Yeah, this goes, excuse me, this 8 of Swords energy goes back to the mental conflict. So I feel like Source is just really acknowledging and bringing home the amount of struggle that you've been through. And a lot of it was an internal struggle. Here, look, we still have this contrasting perspective here where we have, like on the outside, this is what you look like to what you were looking like to other people. Like, you were okay, you may have been having some challenges, but you were okay. Or maybe you just weren't as present as you normally have been or normally are. But they didn't see this part of you, right? This is a shadow aspect. This is how you were actually feeling, tied up, bound, confused, even blindfolded, like you couldn't even see your way out of it, right? It was just a lot of heaviness and a lot of challenges, a lot of turmoil, a lot of uneasiness too. And again, this card here, Eight of Swords, is going back to the mental conflict that you are starting to come out, or you are coming out of. And in the new year here, in the first 3 months of the new year, you're coming into this other beautiful energy that we have here, the universe and the fertility and the destiny as well. We also have here Ace of Cups, and it's in reverse. I feel like because you don't see this, right? This has been a theme for every sign with their, the reading for the first 3 months of the new year, where it's like everyone has been through such a challenging time. And now this beautiful energy is coming in, but you don't see it coming because of everything you've been through. It's like you just kind of expect more of the same to happen, but no, that's not what's happening. Things are shifting for you, for everyone. And it's such a relief, right? And it's so beautiful. So with this Ace of Cups, I feel like you have a true offer coming in, a solid offer, balanced emotions even, and like really able to tap into your heart space and live and move from that space, even being intuitively guided as well. But you don't see this, right? Because you're kind of still in a space, or you're coming out of it, but you're distracted still by what you've been through, like balancing out the shadow aspect with the light aspect, the tower moment that you've had, all the challenges that you've had, basically, just to sum it up, right? And trying to guard yourself, shield yourself, prepare yourself for more of the same. And then lastly from the tarot, we have here the Sun. Yeah, you don't know all the beauty and illumination coming your way, but it is still coming your way. And oh my gosh, it's going to bring so much warmth, so much liberation for you as well. And this helps you to realize that the universe really is on your side. You really do have the support that you didn't feel like you had for a long time. And like I said, the universe is your oyster, right? And so you can literally open it up and get from it this beautiful pearl or beautiful pearls. And they're yours. They're not someone else's. You don't have to hand them off to anyone else. They're yours. And you're destined for this. With this destiny card, you're destined for it and you don't even know. So much beautiful things coming for you, Aquarius. I'm excited for you. I really am. It's time, right? And I know you feel that. I know you feel it's time. You've been through enough. You can take a deep breath. Okay, let's go into love. Let's see what's going on for you in the first 3 months of this new year in regards to love for Aquarius. This is for Aquarius. Let's see. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Oh, okay. Bottom of the deck, we have wedding. The situation involves marriage. So a lot of you have a person in mind, right? When I said let's go into love, there's already someone who popped up for you. Know that there's an opportunity for this relationship to move forward into a wedding or into a long-term commitment for a lot of you. So that's really exciting. Next, we have here children. Your love life is being affected by children. So I feel like either you have kids or this person here has kids, and maybe there's a little bit of hesitation, and maybe that's why you guys haven't moved towards marriage or a long-term commitment yet, or there's been, a little bit of stagnation or slow-moving energy in that way because there's some hesitation in regards to children. So for some of you, this is going to be either you or this person already has kids, and so you're just having to, or feeling like you need to take it very slow, and you need to be very careful and make sure that you're sure that this is the right move for you, because it's not just about you, it's about the kids too. For others of you, this is wanting kids, either of you wanting kids and not knowing how that's going to be received, or not knowing how to really move forward, knowing that that's the true desire of yours, like kind of questioning if the other person wants the same thing, not knowing how to communicate that. But again, like I said, we have this fertility card out here, and so there are several of you who are fertile right now, and if you do not want children, it's important that you take certain precautions. But if you do want children, know that this is a very fertile time for you in the first 3 months of this new year. Next, we have here engagement. Okay, so we have the progression going on here. This is lovely, right? So it says here your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. I was just saying that with the wedding card. Like, this is long-term commitment for both, for many of you. And so know that there's an engagement on the horizon where someone's going to propose for a lot of you, right? And most of you are going to say yes, and that's going to lead to a wedding. That's what I'm feeling like. The main energy here is that a lot of you are going to get this proposal, either for, to get married, or just for a long-term commitment, or, to make this a solid thing, instead of, we're just dating, or, we're just friends with benefits, or whatever the case is, to make this a little more serious, a little bit more of a commitment. And there's forward progression with that too, right? From engagement to wedding. So, know that that's on the horizon for many of you. So exciting. I love love. So I'm really excited about this. Lastly, or no, it's not lastly, we have another card. Like I said, like, things just pop out in chunks for you, I feel like. So where there may have been stagnation, even in your love life, know that things are like starting to move. And when they move for you, Aquarius, I feel like they move, like everything gets laid out. And it's just like, wow. Next, we have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So for some of you, I feel like this is kind of like that honeymoon energy, where you have the engagement, then the wedding, and then the honeymoon, where you and your person retreat together, and spend more quality time together in an intimate setting where it's just the two of you. And for others of you, this is you retreating from the world, and being more in tune to the intimate environment of you and your higher self, and just allowing that to grow, and allowing that connection with the higher self to grow as well. But that, even if that's the case for you, I feel like this leads to you running into or meeting someone, because we're talking about love here. So I feel like the self-love that you show when you show yourself this love that you're expecting or desirous of from another person, with this retreat card, spending more quality time with yourself, getting to know you, filling your own cup, you draw in someone who's going to do the same. Lastly, in regards to love, we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So I feel like, like I said, with the way things go with you, Aquarius, and how things have showed up in your life, where there's like a drought almost, and then all of a sudden the rain just pours and pours and pours, and it's almost like a flood, but you don't mind the flood because it's been a drought for so long. I feel like for a lot of you, because things have been kind of quiet in your love life, it's been hard to stay optimistic. It's been hard to be positive. It's been hard to trust that things are still working out, that, your person's going to come back, or that things are going to move forward with your person, or that there's going to be someone, for those of you that are single, coming in. But you're being asked to trust and to stay positive anyways, knowing that things are shifting for you. And when they shift, again, like I said, they're going to shift very quickly for you, Aquarius. Now let's go into the crystals that are beneficial for you in the first 3 months of this new year for Aquarius. What crystals are beneficial for you in the first 3 months? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, we have, okay, I'm gonna butcher this, sorry. You can let me know in the comments how to actually say this. Lepidolite, recall your dreams. Ooh, I feel like for a lot of you Aquarius, this is in regards to another person that is showing up in your dreams, and that things that may have been challenging for you on the physical or in the 3D are being resolved in your dreams. And for others of you, I feel like your spiritual team is connecting with you in your dreams and giving you insight and guidance as well. So it's important that you remember the dreams that you have, and one way to do that is just to set the intention before you go to sleep at night, that you like to remember the details of your dreams. You'd like to be able to gather the insight that you were given in your dreams as well. Next we have citrine, one of my favorite crystals. Bring in the light. Yes, the light is here for you, Aquarius. We actually have, I'm trying to get this card out here, the Sun card, right? So that's you being illumined. That's you finally having the sun and the spotlight on you, and things actually going the way that you desire them to go, and things that were once dark and unclear being made clear for you as well. Lastly, we have Tiger's Eye. Overcome your fears. Yes, I think there were a lot of fears circulating when you had this mental conflict going on. And now it's time for you to move past those fears so that you can move into this sun energy, this light, this illumination that's here for you in the first 3 months. So beautiful. Lastly, let's get some affirmations for you that are going to be helpful for your journey, especially in the first 3 months of this new year. This is for Aquarius. Okay, let's give this one more shuffle. Okay. All right, bottom of the deck, we have, I have power. It is real. Yes, you do, Aquarius. I was just saying that you're so powerful, and you're such a great and magnificent manifester and creator. And it's time for you to acknowledge that as well. We also have here, failure is only learning. I move with confidence and resilience. This is in every area of your life, but I'm really being drawn back to your love life and how that card about being optimistic came out for you. So it's really important that even though things may have seemed, they may have appeared to have failed in the past or not worked out the way that you thought that they would, know that things are possible now that seemed impossible before. And even in the spirit of you feeling like you failed in some way, you really did not fail. You were learning, right? And so for me, I don't even believe in failure. I believe you either learn or you win, and that's it. Like, there's no room for anything else. And so this card is just reminding you that you're learning, and so it's okay. You can move forward and you can be confident. Know that anytime you feel like you failed or you have fallen, that you are so resilient that you're able to get back up and keep moving. Next we have, I let go, I release, I am perfect possibility. Yes, you are. Everything's possible, right? There's nothing that you desire that's impossible. It's just you lining up with that and believing it. Lastly, we have here, I choose to nourish myself and enrich my life. Such a beautiful card, such a beautiful affirmation to become aware of being more nourishing of self, and like I said, filling your own cup so that you draw people to you that are going to treat you the way that you're treating yourself. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will connect again very soon in the near future. And as I always end each reading, try to do everything in a spirit of love. Take care.